All right, guys. So I'm back. I have another praise report too. So I had a great day today. Actually had a great weekend, and it's all I think due to offering the Lord Jesus sandwiches through feeding folks that need it, and through some faithful works. Today yesterday I had a full schedule for work, and it was a super productive day. Today I watched my friend get baptized, and then I had a pretty full day for work today too. And after my last job, I was on my way to Bible study, and someone called my business line and left a message, and he asked me to call him back. So I called him back, and he said, "Hey, is this the guy that gave me the Bible?" And I was like, "Probably. I give out Bibles." And he said, "Well, I just wanted to let you know." And he was so serious. He said, "I just wanted to let you know I found God. I read the Bible and I found God." And I was like, "Wow, that is." And the hair, I just had goosebumps all over my body. It's the greatest reward for me is if someone can tell me that my testimony or some action of mine led them to Jesus. And for me, I was just elated. And what I realized is the guy that called my business line to tell me this is actually a tenant. And I realized that the job that I was on, I just took a chance, and I felt like I should just see if he wanted a Bible. And when I offered the Bible to him, I said, "Hey, can I give you a Bible? I hand out Bibles." And he declined at first. He said no, and I was like, "Okay, well, are you a believer? Do you have one?" And he's like, "No, I don't believe." And he like flatly declined the Bible. So, you don't want to push any buttons, especially if you're in a work environment, doing business. And I don't always try to hand out Bibles on the job site. But if I feel compelled, I sometimes I'll give it a shot, but I don't push very hard at all. So when he said no, when he declined, I said, "Okay, no problem." And I started to walk away. It was at the end of the job. So I started to walk away, and he said, "You know what? I'll take one. My mom will read it." And I'm like, I considered just saying, "Nah, let's forget about it," because I didn't know if he was going to give it to his mom. And I kind of almost could imagine him just throwing it away or something like that, or just sitting collecting dust on the bookshelf. And, but I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure. That's good. At least it'll be productive somewhere." So I forgot about that. And that was like 10 days ago. And he calls me today, and he says that he found God and that he read my Bible. And I could not believe it, because I really didn't think that he would read this Bible that I gave him. I just didn't. I thought that he was lost. And honestly, a lot of times, if people say that they're not a believer, I might not give them a Bible, and if they're dismissive, I might not give them a Bible. I might try to coach them and witness to them and give praise to God, but I may not give them a Bible. But so I started probing. I'm like, "Well, what happened? Did you read something that was like, did you read enough that you were just persuaded? Like, what was it?" And he said that he opened the Bible up, and the first chapter and verse that he read had his name in it. His name is Zion. And it was out of Isaiah 52. So let me read that to you real quick. It says, "God redeems Jerusalem." And it says, "Awake, awake, put on your strength, O Zion. Put on your beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city." And then he said, so his name is Zion, and it says, "Put on your strength, O Zion." And he opened to the page, and he read this right away. And he also said, he read also in Isaiah, "Who will I send?" And Isaiah said, "Here I am, Lord. Here I am." And that verse speaks to me too. I feel like Isaiah, like, "Here I am, Lord, send me." So I just thought that was super cool. And from now on, I was, this is on the tail of a really wild week spiritually for me, where it really seems to, if you wait on the Lord, and I didn't even know I was waiting on the Lord for this result. But if you wait on the Lord, you're going to see results. And this was definitely a surprise for me, and I just felt joy for the rest of the night. And I had a great Bible study. I was just basking in joy from hearing that one of the Bibles that I handed out actually landed a soul for Jesus. And I'm wondering I'm wondering how many of these Bibles that are leading people to Christ. It's just so cool. And from now on, I told him, from now on, I'm gonna give, I'm gonna, if they say that they're not a believer, I'm still gonna try to give them a Bible. I'm not gonna be pushy about it. Nobody wants to be forced or and they don't want it crammed down their throat. But I'm gonna offer the Bible. I'm not gonna turn them down. I'm gonna try to be a little more persuasive. So I just thought that was a cool praise report. It really made my day, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope everybody had a good weekend and is ready for the work week. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.